What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video, and it looked like Caitlin Clark has broken the internet yet again. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. Man, I hope everybody's having a great holiday week. Man, I know I've been away the last couple of days, man, getting ready for the holidays. I kind of chill out around this time of the year. Those of you guys who kind of been following the channel for a while know around the holidays, I like to spend time with family and to kind of take it a little easy, man. But we got to talk about this. So Caitlin Clark has broken the internet yet again, man. She's been kind of low-key lately throughout it all.
She's not the face of the league? Who would be? What? Sabrina? No, there's really good well-known people in our league. I'm not discrediting them. But when people try to argue that she's not the face of our league, or our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as she. The words exploded from Sophie Cunningham, igniting a firestorm across social media and the WNBA. Her unfiltered declaration about Caitlin Clark's undeniable impact ripped through the silence, forcing a raw, uncomfortable conversation about player value, the league's future, and what fair truly means in professional women's basketball today. This wasn't just a comment, it was a bombshell, dropping right into the heart of a brewing controversy.
It definitely could be a strike coming in the near future. There has been several players like Angel Reese and other players that's kind of been in the headlines with other little stories. I really haven't been messing with it, man. Y'all know my main focus is going to be Caitlin Clark, how she's been doing. And it's just, to me, I just feel like this time of the year really ain't a whole lot going on with Caitlin. I think Jan Jensen spoke about it in an interview. She haven't even been to any Iowa Hawkeye basketball games. My thing is Caitlin Clark's probably falling off the grid a little bit. She's probably back in Indianapolis training, too, if we won the holidays. But she's probably back in Indy training, getting ready for...
Cunningham's impassioned defense immediately underscored the escalating tension surrounding Caitlin Clark's arrival and the perceived unfair dynamics it has unleashed within the WNBA. This isn't just about a rookie, it's about the financial revolution she represents and how her unprecedented market value is challenging established norms. The question isn't just who the face of the league is, but how the league intends to compensate its stars and distribute its newfound wealth. Her comments laid bare the unspoken frustrations and fierce loyalty among players, proving that the debate about Clark's worth is far from over, especially with millions of dollars potentially on the line.
This 2026 season. Now, many people has been saying that Caitlin Clark could be the person that's behind the holdup with this whole strike thing. I can't yay or nay that. But one thing I can say is that Caitlin Clark has been participating with Team USA basketball. We're seeing about a week and a half ago, she was in Durham, North Carolina at training camp with a host of other players. We reported on that. That was big time news. But yeah, man, so as of right now, we got to talk about this current story that is Caitlin Clark got a new selection from Panini that has come out. You got many big time sports analysts, sports people talking about this. And that is
adding fuel to this already volatile discussion. The WNBA is currently embroiled in intense negotiations regarding a potential strike. The WNBPA has presented a proposal to the owners, hinting at a work stoppage if their demands aren't met. This isn't a minor skirmish, it's a battle for fair compensation and improved conditions across the board. The timing couldn't be more critical. With Caitlin Clark drawing unprecedented viewership and commercial interest, the financial stakes for every player in the league have skyrocketed. The shadow of a strike looms large, threatening to disrupt a season poised for record-breaking attention, and every player's earning potential hangs in the balance.
Hey man, so as of right now, we got to talk about this current story that is Caitlin Clark got a new selection from Panini that has come out. You got many big-time sports analysts, sports people talking about this, and that is this drop right here. So it says 2025 Panini Caitlin Clark Chronicle keepsake pre-orders. So this is something that is coming out. So Dan Patrick actually spoke about this and kind of broke it all down what this Panini thing is. And he's pretty much saying that people should buy it and not open it. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get this or not, but I just thought this was...
Whispers are circulating that Caitlin Clark herself might be a pivotal, albeit indirect, force behind this potential strike. While no one can yay or nay her direct involvement, Her immense star power and the financial opportunities she brings have undoubtedly amplified the conversations around player salaries and revenue sharing. Her presence has effectively put a spotlight on the WNBA's existing economic structures, forcing a reckoning. It's an unspoken pressure. How does a league, negotiating a new collective bargaining agreement, adequately compensate a player who single-handedly generates millions in new revenue, when other veterans also deserve their fair share? The unfair debate has never been so stark.
So this is something that is coming out. So Dan Patrick actually spoke about this and kind of broke it all down what this Panini thing is. And he's pretty much saying that people should buy it and not open it. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get this or not, but I just thought this was pretty darn interesting. So this is what took place on Dan Patrick's show about an hour ago. Let's
I guess I could if you want me to.
All right, I got Christmas gifts here.
Great.
Courtesy of
Yay.
Panini. Bless you, Martha.
God bless.
So this is the special Caitlin Clark chronicled
Whoa.
100 card.
Despite being low-key and off the grid for the holidays, likely training back in Indianapolis for the 2026 season, Clark's name continues to dominate headlines and conversations. Even in her absence from the public eye, her influence permeates every corner of the sports world. This unprecedented ability to command attention, even during a quiet period, speaks volumes about her sustained market power. Her perceived new salary, though not explicitly stated, is inherently tied to this viral presence. The very fact that she can spark such intense debate while seemingly disengaged highlights the extraordinary shift she's brought to the WNBA's commercial landscape.
said it's sold out at Target. So this is $82. $82 here, bro. Let me make sure you guys can see this. I can get this pulled up. I mean, it's $85. So you can pre-order this right here. Hold on. Let me see if I can get these images pulled up. So this is it here. This hard. I can't even lie. This is pretty hard. What they say? Trendsetter. That's hard there, guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. About
Just days ago, Caitlin Clark was still making waves, participating in a Team USA basketball training camp in Durham, North Carolina, alongside other elite players. This high-level involvement further solidifies her status as a global basketball icon, not just a collegiate sensation. Her inclusion in national team discussions, even before officially joining the WNBA, demonstrates her immediate impact on the sport's highest echelons. This consistent presence at the top tier of basketball only adds to the argument for her unparalleled value, indirectly fueling the discussion about what her compensation should be given her undeniable talent and star power.
hard. I can't even lie. This is pretty hard. What they say? Trendsetter. That's hard there, guys. I ain't gonna lie to you. About it says introduced in 2025, Caitlin Clark, 100 card set including 50 Caitlin Clark WNBA and 10 Caitlin Clark lifestyles, featuring 4 cards per pack, 8 packs per unit, for a total of 32 cards. Looking for the exclusive green halo and green laser parallels. Look for autographs and the ultra rare color.
Further cementing her commercial dominance, Panini has just released a new Caitlin Clark Chronicle, Keepsake Collection, which has already broken the internet. Major sports analysts, including Dan Patrick, are urging fans to buy these 100-card sets, not to open them, but to keep them sealed as an investment. Patrick's advice to treat these collectibles like rare art rather than simple trading cards underscores the incredible economic value now attached to Clark's brand. This isn't just merchandise, it's a tangible asset, reflecting a market demand that transcends typical sports fandom and hints at her colossal, yet perhaps still undervalued financial worth.
Let's roll it.
And it literally like pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the league.
Who would be?
What?
Sabrina? No.
No, there's really good, well-known people in our league. I'm not discrediting them. Like, we have a lot of badasses in our league.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah to that. I'm all for that. But when people try to argue that she's not the face of our league,
Yeah.
or if our league would be where we're at without her, you're dumb as shit.
Yeah.
You're literally dumb as fuck. And it literally like pisses me off when people are like, she's not the face of the
So
league.
that's Sophie Cunningham, man. Speaking about Caitlin Clark being the face of the league. Want to know you guys' thoughts down in the comment section right now. Happy holidays to everybody.
The Panini collection, featuring 32 trading cards, includes special inserts like her WNBA debut, All-Star game appearances, and even her Time magazine cover. It promises autographs and ultra-rare color blasts. This meticulous curation and the promise of exclusivity confirm Panini's recognition of Clark as a generational talent with unparalleled market appeal. The sheer variety and rarity of the items within the collection are designed to drive collectors and fans into a frenzy, demonstrating how effectively her image translates into high-value commercial products. It's a masterclass in monetizing a star, raising questions about how this commercial success translates back to the players themselves. The Panini Caitlin Clark Chronicle Collection, priced at $82 to $85, sold out almost instantly at Target, with Dick's Sporting Goods and Panini's own site struggling to keep up with demand. This rapid sellout is a clear indicator of her overwhelming popularity and the immense consumer demand she generates. $82 for a collection of cards isn't just pocket change, it's a significant investment for many fans. Yet they're flying off the shelves. This tangible demonstration of her economic pull highlights the vast sums of money she brings into the ecosystem, making the unfair debate about her salary and the league's financial structures all the more poignant. The juxtaposition of Clark's extraordinary commercial success, evidenced by sold-out merchandise and record viewership against the backdrop of the WNBA's ongoing strike talks, presents a stark image of the unfair debate. How can a league generating unprecedented revenue streams still face player dissatisfaction over compensation? Clark's viral impact has shone a harsh light on this disparity. Her individual market value, which has soared since her collegiate days, implicitly challenges the current salary cap and revenue-sharing models. This isn't just about one player's pay, it's about the entire economic future of women's basketball and whether existing structures are truly fair. While other players, such as Angel Reese, have also made headlines with their own stories, the narrative consistently circles back to Caitlin Clark. Her ability to consistently break the internet and command widespread attention, even during critical moments for the league like strike negotiations, sets her apart. This dominant media presence means that even when the WNBA is grappling with existential questions about player pay, Clark's individual star power often overshadows these crucial discussions. It creates a complex dynamic where her unique value becomes a central yet often unaddressed factor in the unfair debate about league-wide compensation. Even critiques of Clark, such as Doug Gottlieb's controversial take that her shooting form isn't great and needs to change for the next level, ironically only amplify her virality. The pushback, with commentators like Dan Patrick showcasing her awesome form and pointing out that that shot's going in, only serves to further cement her iconic status. Every challenge, every debate, every opinion, whether positive or negative, contributes to her unparalleled media saturation. This constant engagement, whether through praise or criticism, directly translates into commercial value, making the discussion about her salary and its fairness impossible to ignore. The Panini collection, meticulously designed to highlight Clark's career milestones from her Iowa Hawkeye days to her WNBA and potential All-Star game appearances, further solidifies her narrative as a generational talent. The inclusion of her Time magazine cover speaks to her cultural impact beyond just sports. This comprehensive celebration of her journey, packaged for mass consumption and investment, is a clear signal of her enduring legacy and future potential. It's a statement about her unparalleled value, which, when juxtaposed with league-wide salary discussions, creates an undeniable focal point for the unfair WNBA debate. Before Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise, the WNBA often struggled for mainstream attention and consistent media coverage. Her arrival, however, fundamentally changed that landscape, drawing in millions of new viewers and unprecedented sponsorship deals. This dramatic shift forces a complete reevaluation of how the league values its players and its overall financial model. The unfair debate isn't just about individual salaries, it's about whether the WNBA's existing economic framework can adequately adapt to and reward the kind of transformative impact Clark has demonstrated. Her presence has irrevocably altered expectations for growth and profitability. There's an undeniable, often unspoken tension brewing within the league. The rapid ascent of Caitlin Clark's stardom versus the long, dedicated careers of veteran players. While many veterans have toiled for years to build the league, Clark has, in a single season, brought a level of attention and revenue previously unimaginable. This creates a natural, if uncomfortable, discussion about fairness. Do veteran players whose consistent efforts laid the groundwork benefit adequately from this new boom? Or does Clark's unprecedented commercial value create a system where newer stars are disproportionately compensated? This internal struggle is at the heart of the unfair WNBA debate. The intensity of reactions from current WNBA players, exemplified by Sophie Cunningham's explosive declaration, underscores the profound impact Clark has had on the league's internal dynamics. Cunningham felt compelled to defend Clark's status as the league's face, not just as a statement of fact, but as a challenge to anyone who would deny it. This speaks to the fierce pride and protectiveness players feel for the league's growth and, by extension, their own livelihoods. The impassioned defense of Clark's importance reveals the high stakes involved in acknowledging her role in the WNBA's economic transformation, making the unfair debate unavoidable. Caitlin Clark isn't merely a player, she's an economic engine, fundamentally reshaping the WNBA's financial model. Her ability to generate viral moments, sell out arenas, and drive merchandise sales positions her as a unique asset that transcends typical player contract. This unprecedented commercial power means that discussions about her new salary, or at least new compensation structures, are central to the league's future prosperity. The unfair debate stems from the challenge of integrating this individual superstar's immense value into a collective bargaining agreement designed for a different era, forcing a reevaluation of how value is created and distributed. Every time Caitlin Clark goes viral, whether it's for a record-breaking shot, a new endorsement deal, or even a debate about her shooting form, the pressure on the WNBA to adapt its compensation structures intensifies. Her consistent presence in the headlines translates directly into increased visibility, viewership, and potential revenue for the entire league. This direct correlation between her virality and the league's financial prospects makes the unfair debate about player salaries an unavoidable consequence. The more she captivates the public, the more urgent the need for the WNBA to ensure its players are fairly compensated for their collective and individual contributions. The looming threat of a WNBA strike directly tied to player compensation and working conditions becomes significantly more complex with Caitlin Clark's unparalleled presence. Her arrival has not only highlighted existing disparities, but has also raised the revenue ceiling for the entire league. This newfound financial potential could either be a catalyst for a more equitable collective bargaining agreement, or a flashpoint that further divides players and owners. The strike negotiations are no longer just about baseline increases, they are fundamentally shaped by the new economic reality Clark has ushered in, adding immense pressure to secure a fair deal for all. Caitlin Clark's seismic impact has unequivocally sparked an unfair WNBA debate, not just about her specific new salary, but about the very structure of player compensation in an era of unprecedented growth. From Sophie Cunningham's fiery defense to the Panini collection selling out, every data point screams of her transformative value. The league now faces an existential question: how does it fairly reward a generational talent who single-handedly elevates the entire enterprise, while also ensuring equitable compensation for all who contribute? The answer will define the WNBA's future, as the echoes of this debate continue to reverberate across the entire sports world.